Hey everybody. Hi. Okay. Um just a quick one. I've already done quite a bit of prep so that we can just kind of get through this. I am making place cards. Now granted, I only have 5 people coming for Thanksgiving, but I'm making place cards. And I used the SS Digital Studio Fall. I'll have it in the description box. I did a little Etsy shop thing on her, and this was one of the kits that I bought. And this is exactly what I wanted it for. So she had a background sheet along with all of this, and so I ran that on the back of the ones with the tags on them. So I have 5 here, and they are going to open. So let's see what else we have. I've picked Drive Marigold as kind of the inker that I'm going to use. I have some washi tape that I think will work. The colors are just really good. So washi tape for the spine. I had a Martha Stewart little fern leaf punch. So I did some of those out of some paper out of my scrap bin. Had a bingo card and just cut some of the numbers out. I only cut 4 because I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, but I've got some numbers. Now this was in the kit. It's FALL in a circle form, and then words from the kit. And then this is just a scrap piece of paper I had that was down in the bottom of my scrap bin, so I pulled it out because it's a good color orange. Now you had all these stamps, and they're so stinking cute, and I like that they're like oversized when you go and cut out the little indentations. I mean, I followed the indentations, so they look, they just look like big oversized things. They match the stamps. Then there was these 2 little tidbits. And then I lucked out. There were 5 of these. So I love these. Now there were only 4 pockets, but I did have some extra large tags that I didn't use. And the tags are this width, so I probably will use one of these to give me a 5th one of the pockets. And then, see, let's get all this stuff back so I have some room to work. And then there's these tags, and I believe these first 3 I'm not going to use. I am going to just put them off to the side, but they'll go in just about any kind of journal. But these I know I will use, and I have 5 of them. So that will come in nice and handy. Now, I made these little, I don't know if you'd call them flares or what. I saw a lady do them out of dry clay, and I'm sorry I cannot remember her name. But I put little eyelets in them. I colored them up, and they're just hole punches out of some mail stuff, the thicker stuff you get through the mail. I just did some of those. And yeah, so that was, I see I colored the back of one and not the rest of them, but they're going to get glued on, so you won't see the backs anyhow. So, but I made those. Those were super fun to make, super easy. Just took me a few seconds, but I wanted to try and get it done. I've got some cheesecloth, and I've got some vintage hand-done lace, hand crocheted lace, and then this is store-bought. It's just kind of a nice orange. And then I also pulled out this yellow in the little seam, the seam lace. So there. That is pretty much what we're going to be working with. So I am going to kind of pull Well, these are the fronts of each one of them. And in order to kind of do this quickly, I'm just going to give myself a little piece of this on each one. And if, you know, if I need more, I've got more, but I just grabbed a little piece. There. I have one each of these. Okay. Let's see the tags. I've got, now this one I think was there. We'll get some red back into that one. We'll get some green. Oh, wait a minute. What's the back of this one? Yeah, it's this. So we'll get some green into that one. And this one I think is green. So we'll get some of, oh no, this is both of these. So we'll get some of this gray in there. And then this one has the green background. So I think that one will work nicely there. So you see what I'm doing here? This is how you work through this stuff quickly. Now this is going to be the front. So I'm just going to slide these tags behind. And, you know, certainly if you go to change your mind and want it in a different one, you can certainly do that. But I find that if I do this, I get them done quicker. So, I think I like this one here, maybe. I might need something bolder. Maybe that one. There. What else do I have? Maybe this one here. And the red onto the blue. And then let's put this one here and this one here. And then the pockets. So now I want to see what tags I have. So let's see, where's my tag? Bring the tag back, bring the tag back, bring the tag back. Okay, so what do I like? Okay, I like that one there. Don't really want mushroom with mushroom, so that leaves me that one. I'll do that one there. I'll do this one here. And then here, I have this one or this one. I think I'll do one of these. So, and I think I will do this side. And see, it's the same size. It's a little smaller, which, you know, that's okay. I'm just lining it up and gonna cut right down. So there, we have our fifth pocket. There we go. Okay, so then we have stamps. And I have this little piece of orange. Little piece of orange. I don't know. Probably on one of those. So I have squirrel, owl, another pumpkin, mushroom, another owl, leaves, and I don't know. Pea pods. I don't know. So let's do, now I want to look back at the front bit, which is these little oval jobbies. Okay. So there's the front bit. So I think I'll do a squirrel with the nuts. Let's see. And I've got more than 5 here, so, you know, I don't need to. Let's do this one because we've got the yellow. That'll help bring some yellow back in. I think this one would probably like a little bit of red. Let's do this one here. And let's do this one here. Okay, so I've got these left over, which I will probably make a card to send off for Thanksgiving. So that'll probably be that. Okay, so now I have all of the makings. I have my words, which I do think I'd want to do words, you know, some word on each one of them. So now I'm just going to slide them off so I have some room here. And we're going to start. So I've got all my little piles. And first thing I want to do is let's put these together. And so wakey wakey glue. Just gonna run an edge across there and get the start. Find it. There it is. Okay. There we go. And we're just going to lay it right, whoops, lay it right down. And you can take it, it's easier, I think, if you make sure it's kind of straight. Push it down, then take your back card, and let's put a little bit there. And I'm going to match up the tops and not worry too much about, you know, the bottom will find its own space. And I'm just buttoning them right up against each other. And then you can either bring it down or just cut it off. I think I'm just going to cut it off, but I am going to leave it to dry for a smidge. So we have our pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and ink. Didn't get anything inked. Heaven forbid I should do that. And I'm just, you know, it gets what it gets. I'm just doing a little bit. And I'm actually going to leave this open. It's in the crease, and I don't think I need to glue it, and it will just give me a little bit more room for my tags. So there's that. Make sure this is getting nice and dry. And then our tag will go right there. Super cute. So now I'm going to fold this. Oh, let's go ahead, cut that off. Because it's not wanting to fold very nicely for me. It will let go, let go, let go. So I hope everybody, let's see, today is Wednesday, so I hope everybody's having a good week. It's Mike. Do you know what day it is? Hump Day. I love that commercial. Yeah. Especially when I was working. So now I'm going to fold this around. And we're good. There. So there's my book. There's my book. Okay. So now I'm going to start off with And you can do them straight, you can do them off to the side, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do. Just kind of playing here. See, I don't want to do any of them really the same. I mean, they're going to be the same, but so there's that. Yeah, I like that. And then we have all of these wonderful words of Thanksgiving. See? Isn't that just adorable? Just like that. It's so stinking cute. I love it. I love it. So this is what I'm doing, guys. And then I will just, you know, just a little spot, I will have their name. And I'll just handwrite it in. And, I mean, we've invited my son's fiance and her son, but they are not exactly sure what everybody is doing in her family, so she is kind of trying to get everybody to make a commitment about what's going on, especially since it's, you know, it's coming up. We got another week. We already got all our stuff. I don't know about you guys, but we've got our turkey, potatoes. I did not buy any bread because I can't eat it, so I don't really think of it very often. And then I'm just going to get both sides done. There we go. I believe that took care of everything. And let's go ahead and give this a little frosting. And I think on the backs of these tags, I'm leaving them plain because I'm going to write an individual note to each person of why I am thankful for them. I thought that was really cool. And then they can write something here as well. But I thought that would just be really, you know, really pretty cool. Now, I think I'm going to put some lace on the side here. So let me get my Fabri-Tac. And this is the side I want. And I'm just going to put it right along the edge and up around the end. And I think it'll be able to make that bend fairly easy. It really doesn't have a wrong or a right way. And I am going to start down here. And I just want to get it right to the edge because I want most of it to show. Because this is truly antique, vintage, whatever you want to call it, handmade lace, crocheted lace. So, yeah, it's got to be the star of the show, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I feel me. Okay, and I'm just going to cut it. And that might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. Let's just continue that right down here. All right. Okay. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. That is super, super nice. Okay, and that still leaves me room for my Thanksgiving. I'm going to put, come on. put some glue on my homemade flares and put this down. Let's see, did I want to play with a few of these? I think so. Let's get, and since they're double-sided, I can do one on each side. So there's one darker one and one lighter one. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Stay. I've got it all over my finger now, so it does not want to stay on the goodie. Okay. And that will go down there. And this. Okay, so let's get this like this. This here. This on top of that. And then the little Thanksgiving over everything, or pull this up so I don't have to, so it doesn't interfere quite so much. Yeah. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay. I did not put anything in the eyelet. And I think I'm not, because I don't really want string and all of that stuff. I don't want all that stuff. And I do want this to kind of come down and envelope the Thanksgiving word just a little bit. Kind of, yeah. There. What do you guys think? I like it. Okay, so let me put a little bit, hook a little bit of that to the back of that. And let's go ahead and put this down since I've got the Fabri-Tac. That's what I'm going to use. So there's that. Ooh, I put way too much. And then finish putting this down. Let me move this out of the way. Kind of followed me along. There we go. And while I've got this, let's go ahead and lay this down. And I am going to use a bit of Fabri-Tac on the end here. And I also am going to put a little dab on a few of these so that it just kind of lays down. Okay, come on. So let's get this. There we go. Let's get this. Let's lay this over. Pull out a few of these so that it's kind of all just getting a little bit so I can keep that down there. There we go. Whew. Now, you see how fast that went and how cool they are? And then the last thing I'm going to do is I have the Tim Holtz Alteration, the small easel. So I am going to do this out of probably 110 cardstock and glue it to the back so that it will stand up on the table. So freaking cute. Okay, next one. Well, let me give you a close-up. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now the next one, move this to the side. And first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and lay some of this out. Bend a titch of it over so it stays down where I want it to stay. And I'm going to do the same on this end. So there. Okay. I'm just going to kind of find the halfway point. There we go. And on this one, this is probably the most manly one. And there was only one of this one. I mean, obviously you can print them out. And I am going to leave it just a smidge. Not even a 1/16 of an inch. Because it will make it a little easier to fold. But if you leave too much, so I'm just barely not touching them together. That's it. Okay, give that a second to dry. Let's get our pocket on. And while I've got this out, let's go ahead and just do these. Now, next, I still have a couple of videos left on the lap book, and I have not forgotten about that, guys. It's just I've got so many things that I want to get done for the holidays, so I'm kind of just bringing you along. And although that lap book, actually, to me, that lap book would make a fantastic December daily. Or just something that you can keep all of your holiday wishes, plans, everything in. It's just a really, really nicely set up book for that. Okay, let's get our pocket down. And again, I didn't glue this side. It's just going to give me a little bit more room. There we go. And then there is our tag. Love it. Okay, this should be ready now. I'm going to go ahead and cut off. And cut this one off. There we go. And let's close it. Oops. That should not have done that. So, okay guys, hold on just a minute. My husband is calling me, so I will be right back. Woo! Hey, okay. Yes, my poor husband, he did a bunch of work in his shop. We're getting ready to insulate it and put tin on the walls. And he has, um, damaged something in his knee. So we're not really sure what's going on with him, but it's bothering him. So he goes to the doctor tomorrow. Oh, and I get my hair done tomorrow. I am so excited because, whew, boy, do I need it. Boy, do I need it. Let's see. I think I kind of like that one centered. Do I want it on top? Well, I think I'll have it tucking in underneath. And then we can put our little squirrel there. He's going after the nuts. My husband's the king, and he's not. I mean, you know, he's a sweetheart. Yeah, I think we'll leave everything. I think we'll leave everything here. And let's put some cheesecloth. I love this stuff. It's just so fun. So fun. And this, I can't remember. I think this is coffee dyed, but it's one or the other. So I'm going to lay that like that. And there. Do I want any of this? No. Might feminine it up a little bit. Huh. Let's see. Well, that's kind of nice. Let's see. We have autumn. I like it that it goes all the way across. Okay. All right. I think that's going to be that one. So I'm happy with that. Let me cut here. This is also another vintage hand done crocheted lace. So I have this one and this one are the same pattern, but this is a larger, what do they call it? Scale? I don't know. But I believe it's the same pattern. And then I have this one, which I love. I love them. I love them. I love them. Okay, so let's first put, because I've got everything going on top of this, so let's first put our lace down. But you guys see how fast these go together. And the Christmas cards are really not going to be that much different. But we will go through my whole process of how I make Christmas cards. Because you know me, I am not a huge love of making cards. Just not. I just think people throw them away. For the most part, they get them. They show them around, you know, a little bit, or stick them on a wall, or stick them on a doodad or a whatnot, or a thingamabob. And then at the end of the season, they throw them away. So, yeah, I just don't get it. Why would I want to make a card that somebody's just going to throw away? Now, there are a few people that I make cards for, because I know they don't throw them away. They save them, they frame them. And I'm not saying that my cards are frameable, because they're not. Because even though I love these people and I make them cards, they're still not, like, you know, fantastic. They're just not. I try to make them very nice, but now my girlfriend Laurel, that's mainly what she does. She makes cards. She loves making cards. And I think that's fantastic. and she makes beautiful cards. Every one of them's different. She never, you know, she doesn't mass produce them, but she has a lot of people that she gives cards to. And so, you know, yeah, that's always so nice. Okay, I need this to come up this way, I think. Let's attach a little bit of glue up here somewhere so I can train this the way I want it to go. And I think I want this up underneath here. So, and I think that will catch on that glue there. So, there. So that part's done. And then that's going to slide under, and this will be over. Okay. So this one's going to be over. So I'm going to put my glue, my Fabri-Tac there. And this will just be paper to paper. Okay. And again, I want to slide this under and my squirrel over. And I kind of want him centered. And there we go. Now, I really don't know what the number's for, but I just thought they were cute. Do this and that. Let's put the number right here. Right. No. No. I'm thinking no to the number. No to the number. But I do like these little fellas. And I don't know this. There's no reason for me to use this. It's just what I grabbed. Just what I grabbed. So that works out just fine. Okay. And just slide that back under there. And lay them down. There we go. I'm also thinking that I'm probably going to grab a few buttons. You know, but that's just adorable. It's just adorable. I love them. Let me give you a close up. But yeah, I think these definitely need some buttons. Definitely need some buttons. Okay, now here's the next one. Washi tape. Come on. Let's just fold back a little bit and glue it down. Let's see now. This one is supposed to be this one on top, I believe. So that would be that way. I don't know, I can't remember, but I got it on there now, so that will be all right. Okay. And I always glue my washi tape. Always. Just, you know, it's just easier that way, I think. Oh, and I didn't ink the whole card on the last one. And again, I'm going to line up the top perfectly and let the bottom lie wherever it lies and leave myself a little bit, just a teeny little bit. And cut that. There we go. I'm going to let that dry for a sec. Oh yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and do our pocket. Our tag. Oh, I can't wait to get my hair done tomorrow. It has been, well, July. Yeah, I think it's been since July since I had my hair done. July, people. It's November. I almost went 6 months. It's crazy. Well, I tried to get it before I went to Florida for the month of October. And she didn't have any openings. I just waited too late to call. So I was really not very happy about that. But, you know, you can only do what you can do. And the lady that used to do my hair in Florida, I couldn't find her. Her shop was closed. Somebody said that she moved somewhere, you know, that was in that shopping center, but they didn't know where. And so I couldn't find her. So I just pull it up a lot. All right. So there is our pocket. But I wasn't too worried about it. My grandson thinks I'm super duper, so. Yeah, that's me. Nana super duper. Super duper Nana. Oh, I tell you, I'd do anything for that little squirt. It's amazing. I mean, because I'd do anything for my kids. Just would and do. But it's just different when it's, and I can't explain it. I guess because all you get is the good stuff. You don't, I mean, yeah, and I mean, you know, you get some of the bad stuff. Although he really doesn't do too much unless he gets sleepy. If he gets sleepy, he gets a little crotchety. And it is so funny because he is like my husband. He's like a mini my husband. We call him mini me for when we're talking about you and your little mini me, because they are so much alike. It is not even funny. And of course my daughter's like, oh boy, I'm in so much trouble. I said, oh girl, you just don't know. Yes, you are in so much trouble. So let's see what we want to do with this one. So I haven't used, yeah, I did use this lace, so I haven't used the larger one. So maybe we can put this across the top this time. And we can put this in the center. We could even, if we wanted to, put some on the bottom and kind of have it, that would look nice. So you'd have, excuse me, you'd have that. And then we'd have our, where did I put, I don't see my, yeah, my stuff for this one. My cheesecloth. I have that for that one. Well, let me just grab some more so I don't waste time. It's not in this one. It is in this one. I do a whole one at a time, and let it soak, let it dry, and stick it in my drawer. Then I've always got. I found another one. several months ago at a garage sale, so it's ready to go. But I'm thinking I'm going to do some different colors instead of just coffee. So I think that might be fun. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one right here for that. And where do I want to cut this one at? I'm going to cut that one right here. All right. So there is that. Let's go ahead and get the lace down. Okie dokie. And I am going to run it a little bit of glue down both sides because this one is going to fall into that area. And I'm not looking for it to fit perfectly. I'm not worried that it's coming off the top because to me that's part of the charm. I kind of want these to look a little antique-y. So, you know, and I get some stuff. Well, I get a lot of laces and stuff for my shop, and I've had several people, not people that are shopping with me, but people that I talk to. Oh, well, do you wash your lace before you sell it? I said no, because most of the people that are buying from me are looking for vintage. And if I wash it and make it as pretty white as I can, you know, use some bluing and all that, which some things I will do because it's, you know, it's just the way it should be as far as I'm concerned. And where's my, oh, here it is. Okay, put this here, put the fall right there, and then have all of this little fella right here, and then let's move him over a little bit, and then I'm going to nestle this all right down. I didn't glue all of this down, so I'm just nestling all of that. And I want this to show a little bit more. There. I love it. Now I just need to glue it all together. So I'm just going to tack everything down so it'll stay right where I have it. Let me go ahead and get this for this one. Tack a little bit here. I'm going to tack a little bit of this here. Okay, now let's yeah, so we've been cold for the last 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden today it was 70s, low 70s, and we yeah, it was low 70s today and yesterday. I need straighter. Put this up over this. Okay. That down there. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to use these. I don't. Well, yeah, that would look cute. One right down in here. And I can put one right down in here. Or right in there. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll go ahead and touch this one with my Faber-Tac. And I'm just going to try and slide a little bit of it underneath my charm. And I do need to get this all down a little bit better. There we go. There. I love them. I'm a-loving them. I'm a-loving them. Okay, we just got two more. Now this one, I didn't get copied this sheet because I ran out of the white sheets. It pulled this one through twice, pulled two of them through and then made a copy on a pink piece of paper, which is really not conducive to these colors, but I took a little bit of distress ink and just made it, made it more orange than pink. But, so, no biggie here. And yeah, I think I'm doing this one on the front. So just a nice bit of ribbon. Yeah, this is getting pretty long here, guys. So I think this will be the last one I'll do, and then you'll see I'll do a picture of each one to run at the end, and you'll see the last one. So, because I've been trying to keep my videos down to a more doable length for me, because I've just get pulled in so many different directions, but I love to be able to craft. So, and there's very few times that I'm crafting without you guys, because it's just no fun to craft by myself. Well, I mean, I enjoy it. I do enjoy crafting by myself. I do. But it's not as fun. Not as fun. Not nearly as fun. Because I got nobody to talk to. I mean, technically, right now I have nobody to talk to. But I know that somewhere out there you guys are listening eventually. So, it makes it all okay. I tell you, it's so funny though. I find myself narrating things when I'm doing like stuff in the kitchen or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to do this. And my husband walks over and he goes, are you okay? Because you're not doing a video, He said, but you are acting like you're doing a video. I said, yeah, I know. It's kind of a habit now. It just is. You guys have spilled over into my regular world instead of just in my crafting world. Oh, goodness. And then my tag, I like to do the front and the back. And as you can notice, I'm really not trying to get a lot of orange on these colored pieces. It's mainly to, you know, this I like having a little orange on. It's mainly to get that white edge taken off. Don't like that. Okay. So we're going to do one more. And then, like I said, I'll just do pictures of each one. All right. And this one, because it's the pink paper, I do need to make sure I get the edges done on this. I think this is ready for me to close up. And let me just give it a nice burnish. All right. And then here is our tag. Love it. Now for the front, I've got this little puppy. See, I could, yeah, let's do it this way. And I'm thinking that this time I kind of want it to go, oh, I didn't do my word. Oh, yes, I used fall. Yeah, this is kind of nice because this is more of what you would harvest. Well, I mean, the other one's a gourd, so. And do I want to do the orange on this? I kind of like that orange on this one. Okay. Am I gonna do, no, I don't think so, because those are different leaves. How about, I still have this yellow I haven't incorporated into anything. Let me see. No, I don't like that. It's either or. I mean, I guess I could, do I like this yellow here? Not really. Kind of, sort of, but not really. I think I definitely want this. And I like having this all at the top for this one. So I like how they're the same, but we're doing every one of them different. So let's cut this off. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lace down. Just one little, oh, that was not very straight at all, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it work. Okay. There we go. And it's still, I can still slide things underneath it because I just put it down where the outside edge hits. Where's my, okay, so let's stretch this out a little bit. We've got our little flare, for lack of any other, and I did not do my names. There we go. And I think I can go ahead and just place this down. And I'm going to place it down over on this side and down close to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put that because I'm not going to have anything underneath it. Okay. Still working with it straight up and down and not not turned. And I'm going to and I know I had said, it was so funny. I had said, oh man, I never got when I was in Florida, because they closed the Michaels, which I think I told you guys that. I used to work at the Michaels. They closed that Michaels, but we still have a Joann's. And I was like, oh man, I need to get over and get some more Fabri-Tac. Because I knew I was running low. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because I have 2 of the big bottles here at the house. Yeah, yeah. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with me? I'm a mess. So there is that part. And let's see. $22. That's kind of neat. I don't like how I'm covering up everything. So maybe coming right out there. That works for me. I think it needs a little bit of orange. So there it's not quite as stark. Good, like that. And I think that, and then I'll put a button there. I don't know. I'm not sure I like these with this. I think I'll leave that out. All right, so now I need to get all of this putting a little bit of that there to hook on to the cheesecloth. There we go. All right. Let's get everything glued. And your art glitter glue, just about all the glues will do cheesecloth and things like that. Alrighty, and we're going to put that right. I do want to slide it under, I think. Okay. Okay. Not sure I'm really wild about the orange now, but let's see. No. 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 We're just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Very cute. This one's mine anyway. I figured I will have the one that's kind of icky on the inside. All right, and I know I told you guys, yeah, see, I'm already at 35 minutes, and I think I was quite some ways into the other one. And this one is the same guy on both front and back. Same pattern. Okay. And I tell you, I don't know if everybody, I know that my friend in Washington State has a lot of problems with washi tape. And I think it's because, I mean, it rains a lot in Washington, but the humidity is not bad in Washington State at all. I mean, you would think, but like in Florida, when it's raining, it's 100% humidity pretty much all summer. You know, you're right up there. But in Washington State, I mean, we lived there for 8.5, 9 years, something like that. And your humidity, even when it was raining, the air was still pretty dry. Well, we were right at the Cascades. We were in the foothills of the Cascades, but we were on the Seattle side of the Cascades. On the other side of the Cascades, the east side, it's like a desert. So we got a lot of that kind of air. But I think it screwed up her tape because she has such a hard time with washi tape. It just, it sticks to itself on the roll, and which I know sometimes it's just because it's old. But here in Kentucky, man, I don't have any problems with it, really. I had a couple old pieces, but in Florida, it would never stick to anything. But the humidity was so high that, you know, I mean, if you didn't glue it, it didn't stick no matter what. No matter what. So, anyway. But, yeah, I'm just getting this done. I'm working, trying to figure out what I'm going to get people for Christmas. We don't really buy very many presents. We draw names because nobody has any, you know, a lot of extra money. And I mean, I know our kids don't. We get our kids, each one of the kids gets a nice gift from us. And then I buy, you know, a few things. And the grandkids all get presents from everyone, you know. And sometimes I'll just go in. We'll all go in and buy something a little bit more expensive. So, but you know, grandkids are grandkids. You can't not get them something. And so I know this year I have to come up with something for Brody. He's Megan, my son's fiance. That is his name. I love it. Brody. B-R-O-D-Y. Finally figured out how to spell it. I figured it had to be a Y and not an I-E, but then it was like, well, is it two D's? I mean, it's because, you know, everybody spells stuff so weird nowadays. You don't want to mess them up. So I kept calling him the big B. And I kept telling my son, please, please, please tell me how to spell his name. And finally he remembered one day. And he said, oh, yeah, Mom, here. This is how you spell it. And so, but he's been playing basketball. So we are planning on going to a basketball game. And I'm very excited to do that. But we have to get Steve's knee done. We were going to go, I think we were going to try and go this week. Because last week was his first game. And he ended up, his mom was sick in the hospital. She's fine and back home and all. But so he missed a couple practices. So they only let him play right at the end. So we were kind of glad we didn't go. But they didn't really give us enough notice. I mean, we knew he was starting to play, but they just, you know, they hadn't like said, oh yeah, by the way, his game is this Thursday. I'm like, oh, thanks. I think I want to do this with this one. And I don't know, do I have enough to go all the way around? This is for my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. And I have enough to go all the way around. Well, that would be fun. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Obviously, we're going to use the Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to start at the bottom with the ends instead of at the top. And I think I'm probably, let's see, let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm going to put all of my paraphernalia goodies that I'm doing on the bottom of this one. So get this right around the edge. And if you don't have it right on the edge, instead of like piling on more, just start it and slide it through the glue so that you get the glue where you want it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then we're just going to do a little bit at a time. Make sure it's going to stick, because as you move through this process, it's liable to start pulling it away. And you do have time when you're working with the Fabri-Tac. It gives you a little bit more time than some of the other stuff. And I know sometimes it starts popping backwards, but when you lay it down, it'll lay out flat. See, like this, how it's popping up like that. But when I lay it down, but I'm going to let it dry first before I start worrying about letting it get flat. Just enough to go around and do what I want it to do. Wasn't that wonderful? That was wonderful. So now I'm going to give it a little bit more to tack onto right here at the bottom. But all of this is probably going to get covered up with goodie. So that's why. So I'm going to let that dry for a second. And let me go ahead. I've forgotten to do all the others, but I might as well do this one. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And since I've done this, I probably won't do pictures. I don't know. If you guys want pictures, you just let me know. Of course, I'll already have this done and moved on from something else by the time you watch this, but you can let me know for the next time. Hey, give us some pictures. Give us some pictures. All of a sudden, I have gotten so warm. Excuse me. The fireplace must have kicked on. We only heat with our fireplace. We have a gas fireplace and we have a heat pump. And the first year we were here, we did not have our gas fireplace. We've got a built-in fireplace now. We had a carpenter come in and build us a fireplace. So we love it. But he is, I mean, yeah. Our first year, our electric bills were like $400 throughout the winter time. And we got through that first winter and said, we can't do this. This is crazy. But you know, the heat pump is only good to a certain point. And then if you run it, you're really straining it. Like if it gets below freezing, the heat pump just doesn't like to work. So, yeah, so we said we've got to do something else. So we have a small gas stove in our bedroom that will, if we leave our door open, it will heat this end of the house. And then the gas fireplaces in our living room, and our dining room, living room, and kitchen are all open. It's a 1,500 square foot house. We have a lot of really nice space for the two of us. Okay, and I'm going to center this. That looks really pretty with that lace all the way around, doesn't it? Okay, and then I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on the outsides of this. I want to let it dry a little bit before I start really stretching it, but I'm going to go ahead. By the time I get these pieces, see, the bottom's laying down and the top just is not. And I'm not gonna glue the bottom ones down because I'm gonna be fiddle farting around with everything. Okay, and then we're just gonna open that up. Voila. Ah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we have our toadstools. We can put autumn or autumn. I don't want to cover up the lace. And this is breaking off into two pieces, so I'm just thinking I'm going to incorporate this into different spots then. And I should go ahead and ink these because where's my, oh, here it is. Because once I get it in its place, I'm just tacking it down. Okay, there's that. That's done. I think I've already done this one, but I like a darker edge around that. That's done, and I don't know if I'm going to use these. I could use the little fall. These are cute. I did want to use these. And since it's her first Thanksgiving with us, I'm going to make hers the nicest. Okay. All right. So I can do F, A, L. Let's scoot this over a little bit. F, A, L, L. Get that one on there a little bit like that. And then we can have this here. And let's do maybe a couple of numbers. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Okay, and then do I want... I've got them both directions now, so I can do a little bit of this as well. Since I have 3, I want the darker side. That one's pretty. Okay, now let's get to tacking here. F, A, L, L. I need to use this instead. Okay, tack this down. Stick that down underneath there. And then let's get these two. I did not ink these. I've never thought of using a bingo card like this. And I just thought, you know, I just had it sitting on my desk and I said, well, how can I incorporate a bingo card into this? But it came out really cool. I like it. I like it. So yeah, another way of using a cool little bingo card. Sticking your numbers in there. Okay, so that, and then let's put some glue across here and up underneath there. There we go. Okay, now let's flip this around, glue this into place. This one into place on it a little taller. Okay, what did I just do? Okay, and then I just need to get this glued down. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. Come on. All right. Whoops. Okay, so you didn't get tacked down very well. You need to get tacked down a little better because you'll break off. All right, so there it is. I didn't get that turned quite the way I wanted it, but oh look, there we go. There we go. When I held it up, I noticed that my fall looked like it was falling. Now it's a little better. Ah, I love it. All right, guys, that is what I wanted to do today, and I finally got it done. I am so glad, and I thank you all for joining me, and I hope you'll try this digital kit. It's so super cute and super fun. All right, guys, love you much. Mwah. Talk to you later. Okay, here we go.